Okay, how do I find and create my own audience? Or do I? Let me explain. I paint oil landscapes that focus on light. I paint the light that represents peace, our soul, God, our highest self, love, and goodness. So I'm not trying to paint a beautiful landscape. There is more to it. It's my why. And that is to help people on this journey discover their inner peace, joy, help them connect to the light that is within us and all around us, help them discover God, help them connect to their highest selves. Wow, this is pretty awesome. Okay. At the beginning of my career, I started doing art shows in churches and quickly became labeled as a religious or Christian artist. I didn't necessarily like that, like I was being boxed in. I don't think that's necessarily bad, by the way. That's a great niche. If your stuff was selling there, I would consider, that all over again. That's really easy to target those folks. Okay, I did. What else you say here? So started questioning what track was on, but felt the word spirituality fit me in my work much better. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how much I try and create this audience, as in continue doing shows in places that are going to attract the spiritual thinkers who also like art, or how can I find my target audience? Well, when I said it was awesome, the thing that I loved is that you were really able to describe like where your art is coming from, where your heart and soul is coming from, and how you're going to touch people. And I was like, everything about that was romantic, right? That's romance marketing at its best right there. So when I see like represents peace, our soul, God, highest self, love, and goodness, that's like amazing stuff to like post on social media and even blog about, and obviously post as well. And so obviously like that's your audience right there. Who are the people who really think that way, and want to have those types of reminders up on their walls in their home, or just they want to follow you on your email list and stuff. And that's just as important. Remember, you got to get these people on your list, because a lot of the people that are on your list, some of them may never buy, but they will share your work and they will be a fan and they will help expose you to other people. So you just want to connect with those people. And a lot of what you're saying there does bring a spiritual component to it. It does, remind me of Christianity or, religion and stuff like that. And, the odds are the people who are going to really connect with your spirituality are going to be spiritual people. And so while you don't want to get boxed in, the way I look at it is like, if 80% of your customers are going to fit that narrative, like that's who you've got to target. Of course, there's going to be another 20% who may be outside of that, but you can't worry about that. It's like, who are the vast majority of people fitting into that, that you want to target, right? And that's the way I would go about it. So a lot of what I'm saying to you, relates to what I just said previously. If you didn't listen to that and you fast forwarded, go back and listen to my advice to Fernanda, because it's all kind of crossing over. But the fact of the matter is, you've got to understand your customer, who's buying your work. When you've got descriptions on your work and you're doing social media, and people are buying, you need to find out who they are. Like, do they go to church? If you find out that 8 out of 10 of those people go to church, you got your answer right there. It's not an abstract thing about finding your audience. You just got to talk to your customers. You got to talk to the people that are on your email list and just ask them, hey, why'd you join my email list? I love learning about, people that like my work. And you're going to find a pattern or a trend there, and it's going to tell you everything you need to know. What I really don't like in any business that I advise, invest in, or anything, is when, people come to me and they're like, should I do this? Should I do that to find my customers? And I say, you already have customers. Like, just talk to them. It's no harder than that. Just go and talk to them, find out who they are and everything about them. And don't, put the cart before the horse. Listen to what the market is telling you and respond to that and give them more. Your goal at the end of the day is to be as useful as possible to the customers that you have, right? Or to the people on your list, or to people in this world. The more useful you are, the more value you're adding to people's lives, the higher your sales are going to be. So you need to understand your customers as deeply as possible. Talk to them, understand who they are, and then give them what they want, and then if there's a lot more people out there that are going to benefit from that, then naturally your audience is going to grow. People are going to share, as you tell your stories, and your email list is going to grow, and your sales are going to grow.